together as one for our world healing prayer. We remember the great need of our world, and we seek to still our minds so that we come into a place of peace and deep stillness, drawing closer to God in prayer. Let us open our hearts to the power, love, and wisdom of God. By the Christ light and love in our hearts, we call to the great angels of the Christ star circle. Being still, we feel their presence and their power. And now, with all the will of our minds, with all the love of our deepest hearts, we send forth the light. We send it forth as a great star of light, a blazing star, a star of the Christ light, lifting all hearts into the eternal heart of God. By all the power of Christ within our hearts, we send forth the light to the world. We hold our beautiful planet in the healing light of the Christ star. We hold within this healing ray the soil, the waters of the earth, and the air, and all nature, especially the human and animal kingdoms. We hold in the heart of the Christ star the soul of the Americas, the soul of the people of the Americas. May the light of the Christ star shine through the hearts and minds of the people of the Americas to bring healing to mankind and reverence for all life. Let us now hold within this great healing star anyone known to us personally who is in need of help or healing. Silently, we name them now. And see them radiant within this beautiful healing light. Amen.
Good morning. If you could please join me for the healing circle, and let us open our hearts to the Christ power, wisdom, and love, as together we call upon the angels of healing to draw close. We come into the soft radiance of this love as we focus and hold the healing light of the Christ star over Yemen, particularly the children. May they get the very basics as well as the comfort of what they need. With hearts full of love and gratitude, we give our grateful thanks. Amen. Jeff has chosen the reading, The Teachers of the Ages, from an address by White Eagle, June 1948. The imperishable spirit. Never was there a time when spirit was not. Never will there be a time when spirit will die. It is immortal, and you too are learning that you are spirit. You are learning that the constant use of and the expression of the spiritual qualities in daily life brings to your emotions, to your mind, to your body, and your surroundings harmony and happiness, peace, and wonderful illumination. As you develop the spirit within you, realize a little of this beauty, the love, and the grandeur of the Almighty Spirit from whom we all derive. This Almighty Spirit is called God. He dwells within every human heart. He is the cause of the lives of all brethren who have attained mastership, and whom have been always with and instructing mankind on different levels of evolution, teaching man how to develop his vehicles of expression at each of those levels, teaching man how to express God through the physical, through the emotional, through the mental body, and how to build up that glorious soul which we simply call the temple of the Spirit. It has been said that the Almighty has never left man without a witness of his power and his wisdom. We look back as far as we can along the path which humanity has traveled, and we recognize the great ones who have descended from time to instruct man at the particular level on which he most needs instruction. Thus, we see that all teachers of all ages have brought exactly the contribution man most needed at his particular time and age. When we recognize this fact, we realize that all religions have, or have had, their part to play in the spiritual evolution of mankind. No one can say, "I have the whole truth." No religion can claim, "This is the one and only way to the goal." Every religion and every wise man knows from the center of truth that the teachers are selected according to mankind's needs. Thus we find that the teachers responsible for the scriptures of the East came not all at one time, but in successive visitations. Krishna brought teachings about the first great cause and the way of life, truths which answered the problems of the people of that time. The great Lord Buddha came to help men to control and train their emotional body by the way of wisdom, silence, and peace. He taught that the animals were men's brethren. He taught of the wide brotherhood of all life. He also taught men that the way to God was the way of sacrifice, enjoining them to care not for the things of the earth and of the flesh, but to follow the Spirit in simplicity and humility. Then we see the advent of another brother, Jesus of Nazareth, who brought his message not so much for the Eastern as for the Western world. His coming heralded the stimulation of the mental body. We see its gradual awakening and growth in the centuries following the coming of Jesus. We would emphasize again the quality or virtue of humility and of purity of life, because in the present age so much complexity exists upon the mental, upon the emotional, and upon the physical plane. The one direct path to the Almighty Presence is that of purity in the body, purity in the mind, purity in thought. What was it the Master Jesus said? "The pure in heart shall see God. A little child shall lead them." So it is today, my brethren. God has not left mankind without a witness. Brethren are still coming from this center of truth, or from one or another of the brotherhoods behind the veil. Their purpose is to bring the particular help you need in your present stage of evolution. They would say unto you, "Believe in yourself, not the little, not the mortal self, which may be changed with the darkness of earth, but in your true self, that which is the divine spark within. Learn, my children, to look to not only God, the God of the universe, but that part of God which dwells within your own heart. Remember that the God within is all-powerful, but do not mistake your personal self for pure spirit. The virtues of God within are unmistakable, and when you need help in everyday life, seek this God within of virtue, goodness, and love, and this divine presence will never, never fail you, because it is all wisdom, all knowledge. When you tune into that divine self in meditation, you will receive pure and direct guidance through the Spirit. The experiences of earth life will teach man to realize the power which his Father is bestowing upon him. For as Jesus the Christ said, "The Father and I are one. I am in the Father, and the Father in me, and also in you, my brother, my sister. Within you lies the power and the glory." The teachers of all ages have come to show you the way of truth, the way of life.
Thank you, Joni, for leading us through that and for the wonderful reading. My talk today centers around teachers, the masters we heard about in the reading, and the concept that masters and teachers are not the only, they're not only the well-known ones from the past, or even the well-published ones of today. Teachers are everywhere. They are the little voice that we hear, prodding us to do something. They are the pang in the heart that we get when we finally recognize something for what it really is, or reach some new plateau of truth and understanding. These teachers may be cleverly disguised as bad drivers, irate shoppers, or newspaper boys who toss your Sunday paper right in the rose bushes. But they are also ingeniously masquerading as someone we respect, someone with a kind word, or the guy who helps you change your flat tire. What we must learn to do is take the time, or time out, to recognize them for what they are teaching us when they do appear. Random acts of kindness. Well, they're not random. They are performed by teachers. However small their role, these teachers are trying to get us to understand something, to change something, or to do something better. We've heard before, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And by ready, I mean able. Not necessarily anticipating or seeing it coming, and certainly not having had any practice at it, whatever this lesson is. So I believe that this means we won't get a lesson or a challenge or an opportunity for growth until we are able to handle it. We don't think we are ready for many things, but lo and behold, we discover that we are able to handle them. How then can we best prepare for the unknown lessons that await us in life? The painful ones and the joyful ones, the aha moments and the senior moments. White Eagle tells us that living life is in the little things. Be loving and kind to everyone. Be tolerant to all conditions. Be calm, quiet, and strong. Be serene in the face of unkindness. Be patient. As students in life, students of life, we must learn to listen. It has been said that you can't learn anything when your mouth is open, other than perhaps you shouldn't have bitten into that hot pizza. Seriously, though, the Chinese characters for listening include 3 symbols: the ears, the eyes, and the heart. All 3 are vital to effective listening skills, and it's easy to overlook the role of the heart in effective communications. But we can't overlook the heart, because the true intent of teaching, whether it's graphic design or one of life's lessons, comes from the heart. It may not be a coincidence today that Joni and I are both teachers. School teachers teach. They teach all different ages and all different subjects. But ask any teacher, and they will all tell you it's not that simple. Just as our masters or teachers, such as White Eagle, teach us many things in many ways, there is a lot more to it than punctuation and multiplication tables. School teachers have other goals as well, which you might call our hidden agenda for our students. We preach the love of learning, the curiosity, the urge to question, the willingness to seek answers. And we teach these hidden agenda items in sneaky ways. To quote from a list of established teaching practices, teachers establish positive relationships with students, characterized by mutual respect and goodwill. Teachers initiate growth and change in their own intellectual development, seeking opportunities to learn. Teachers model integrity, curiosity, responsibility, creativity, and respect for all persons, as well as an appreciation of diversity. See, we try to do all those behind-the-scene things so that while they think they're just getting math or science, they're really learning about life. Listening to that list of practices, though, it should become clear that we all are teachers. We don't all teach a specific subject or even use a classroom, but we can all have the same impact. We can establish positive relationships, initiate growth in our own development, and model integrity, responsibility, and respect. White Eagle tells us that life is about keeping on, dealing with life as it comes. He says, your way is clear, the way of love, gentleness, and peace. He tells us to find the good in everything. I can't remember who said this, but barn's burnt down. That's okay. The barn's burnt down. Now I can see the moon. And he tells us that to seek the place of serenity and peace is the desire of every soul. My favorite refrigerator magnet says, peace. It does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of those things and still be calm in your heart. Peace be with you.